In this video, I'm going to show you the steps I did to achieve this rustic wood finish to this crate that I built. There are several layers of stain and paint to achieve this look, but it's pretty simple to do, so stay tuned. Welcome to Projects with Steve. This is a wooden crate that I built to be used as a toy box. Our twin boys are getting more and more toys, so I wanted to build a box that could handle the additional items that we are accumulating in our family room. I want the box to have a rustic finish to it. I'm going to show you in this video the steps that I did to achieve this look. The first step I did was to apply a wood stain to the crate. I used Varathane's Weathered Gray stain. This is a pre-mixed color that can be purchased at most of the big box stores. I don't have the footage of this, but I applied the stain with a rag and simply let it sit. The crate is made out of pine wood, so the stain absorbs very quickly into the wood. The stain is simply the first base coat of this look that we are going to achieve. The step that I'm doing here is applying a very diluted white paint to the crate. The washed out paint I am using here is close to a 1-part paint to a 2-part water. I am applying the paint with quick and very light sweeping motions. I am holding my brush horizontally. The first motions I make have the most paint on the brush, so I first spread these motions out in a random pattern, and then as the brush gets drier, I mix the paint together. If you like this kind of content, please hit the like button. This tells YouTube that this is a good video, and then they will recommend it to others. This helps me to grow my channel. If you haven't already done so, please make sure to subscribe. This way you won't miss a video that I post and can stay up to date on all the projects that I get into. Here's what it looks like after the first coat of the very watered down white paint. Now, some of you may like this look as your finished look, and that's okay. You can stop here if you want, but I'm going for a look that has a lot more depth to it. So my second coat of paint is with a burnt orange paint. All the products I'm using here are things I had laying around the house that were left over from other projects. I apply the burnt orange color in a similar fashion as the other color, other than I'm using a different brush. I'm actually using 2 brushes for this coat. The brush that I dip into the paint is first applied in random spread out areas of the box. I then go back with a second dry brush that has not been dipped into the paint, and I spread it across the rest of the box. For the orange paint, I did not mix it with water. You can mix it with water to make the orange a little more see-through and to not have it stand out as much. Some of you may be thinking, Steve, you're ruining the box with the orange color. It looked better before you applied it. That's okay. You don't have to use the orange. You could use a different color. But just hang in there. This is not the finished look. So this is what the crate looks like after the orange has been applied. The next coat, which will be my final coat of paint, is using the white color again. This time, the white paint is not thinned down as much as it previously was. I thinned this coat of white paint with water using a 50-50 ratio. So mix together 1 part white paint to to 1 part water. This white coat will have more coverage than the first coat. I first dip the brush into the paint. I then dab off some of the paint onto a piece of cardboard before applying the brush to the box. I use the same technique as I did with the orange coat. Apply my first strokes in random spread out areas on the box, then go back with a dry brush and sweep the color together using quick but light brush motions. If you would like to know how I built this crate, just leave me a message in the comments section below. This crate has simple construction and can even be made with scrap wood. If interested, I can post a video showing how this was made with some plywood and some 1x3s. This crate is 16 inches deep, 16 inches high, and 30 inches long. Once this coat of white paint had set for a couple minutes, I then went back with a dry towel and lightly spread the paint with the towel. It's hard to really make a mistake when doing this paint technique. Everyone's results will be a little bit different, and sometimes areas will get too much paint, but that's what gives the finish so much character. If you don't like the way a certain part of the finish looks, just wipe it off or paint over it. If you like this video, make sure to check out some of my other videos on my Projects with Steve channel. I have videos showing you the renovations of our kitchen, family room, and bathrooms. I also have videos showing you the construction of my shed, as well as a video showing the shed being moved across town. Hit the subscribe button to not miss out on any of my future videos. Once the paint had dried, I did go over it with a coat of Varathane's triple thick polyurethane. For this project, I used a gloss polyurethane. After the polyurethane had dried, I lightly sanded the entire box to make it very smooth to the touch. Here, you can see the completed look of this rustic finish. This technique works great over wood that isn't the best lumber. In this case, the wood used is framing grade lumber. Even though it's inexpensive wood, I think this finish gives it a lot of character and makes it one of a kind. Here you can see our twin boys enjoying their new toy box. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on my next project.